Hey guys, this is Coach Bill with Bill Mabry Online Coaching. Hope you guys are having a great day so far. This is what day is this? This is actually, I'm trying to remember here, Thursday. Getting these pop-ups again here. Gotta get that off. Oh, let me get my clock started so I can finish on time. So guys, today's topic is actually video two. And the topic of it is, of course, what I've been talking a lot about lately is intermittent fasting helps type 2 diabetes according to science. And this is video two. Now, video one I did a couple days ago, and it was about intermittent fasting does not cause starvation. It actually is the opposite according to science. If you're doing it right and you're following the right steps and you're getting the right tools and training, then what I mean by it does the opposite. It'll actually teach your body to become a fat burner. At the same time, your appetite is not going to be, you're not going to have the cravings for sweets or carbs because your body is now more efficient using the energy source in your fat cells that you have stored up. And so this video actually is talking about different fasting times and how they react to helping to reverse type 2 diabetes and obesity. And so let's get right to it. So those of you that follow me know that I really get into the science of stuff and I like to post science. So in the description section of this video will be more information about this topic, including the science. So if you can go to my Fat Loss Made Easy Facebook group page, join the group, and in there, this video one will be there, or you can go to my YouTube channel, Bill Mabry. Video one will be there also. And like I said, go into the description section because that's where more information is going to be there. And so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go over a couple of recent new clinical case studies that were actually published in the journals, in the science journals. Now, this is not, I didn't take these off Google. This isn't an individual giving their opinion. This isn't just one doctor giving their opinion. These are actually clinical trials. So this first one was published in the Nutrition and Diabetes Research on January 20th, 21. And the title of it is The Effects of Time-Restricted Eating on Body Weight and Fasting Glucose in Participants with Obesity and Type 2 Diabetes. These are the results in a randomized controlled virtual clinical trial. So this is an actual clinical trial. This particular trial was an 8-week trial, and it was controlled. It was controlled as a clinical trial, included men and women who had type 2 diabetes and were also had obesity. There were 78 in total. One group did a 12-hour fasting, the other group did a 14-hour fasting, and each group ate the exact amount of foods. And so when it comes to the idea is that does it make a difference on fasting times when it goes to reversing type 2 diabetes, or if you're trying to lose that belly fat and body fat? Technically, yes, it does, and these two clinical trials will kind of give you an answer. But really, anything over 10 hours fasting times is still going to help the body to lower the glucose or control the hormone that is causing you to gain that extra belly fat or body fat. But let's go with the trial and what they found. So this particular trial, one group did 12 hours, one group did 14 hours. They ate the exact same food. And the conclusion of this trial was the group that the participants with obesity and type 2 diabetes who completed the 8 weeks of the 14-hour fasting schedule, called a 14-10. So you got a 14-hour fasting, and you got a 10-hour window to actually eat food. Um, their weight loss and their blood glucose levels showed a deficit, a much more deficit than the ones that did the 12-hour fast. So basically what they're saying here is that you really want to do 12 hours, you're not even getting into your own stored body fat for fuel. It's about 16 hours. So what they're saying is that when they went past extra 2 hours, past 12, they saw more of the blood glucose levels that have been dropped down to a healthy level, and they had lost more of their fat inches. I'm not talking about weight off the scale, I'm talking about actual fat inches. Now, the other clinical trial that was done was one that was done by the Nutrition and Metabolism that was actually published in October of 2021. And this was a time-restricted feeding improves blood glucose and insulin sensitivity in overweight patients with type 2 diabetes. And this one also was a randomized trial. But this particular one, there was 120 participants. You had two groups of 60, obese and type 2 diabetics. And this one went for 12 weeks. And the time-restricted feeding, what they did here, both groups again ate the exact same foods, but they wanted to see if there was any improvement if you did a 10-hour fast versus the 12 and 13. And so the conclusion was, and I'm going to give you the conclusion now. Most of your type 2 diabetic doctors or obesity doctors who are using intermittent fasting and a high fat, good dietary fat for weight loss or reversing type 2, they're going to tell you that you're going to need to go at least 18 to 20 to 24 hours to 42 to 36 hours to get the results you're looking for. And I agree with that. You're going to. But these trials are showing there's still going to be improvement even with the lesser intermittent fasting. Well, the conclusion to this second trial on a 10-hour fast, yes, they saw some improvement on their glucose levels, and they did lose body fat inches. So the bottom line is, guys, intermittent fasting is the key to lower blood glucose level and to help reverse type 2 diabetes. Also, it helps for you to lose the fat inches as well. And intermittent fasting and prolonged fasting, guys, you know, I've talked about it before, can actually be used with other diets. For us to be able to escalate fat burning and reverse type 2 diabetes in our weight loss program or our type 2 diabetic program, we always incorporate a good high dietary fat, low carb meal plan with intermittent fasting and prolonged fasting, because the results are going to be much, much faster. And you're not only working on the outside of your body or burning or melting off those fat inches, but you're also changing the inside of the body, which we need to teach more of our clients. That is much more important, is to get a healthier inner body. And then the byproduct of doing this is always going to be losing the fat inches. So guys, you can go to my website, go to billmabrycoaching.com, check out my courses and packages, go to my ebooks, check out my training ebooks as well, and you can go check out my blogs. I have some great training blogs there. Okay, guys? You guys have a great day. We'll see you guys at the next video.